Good afternoon. This is the market update for Buy Sell Short for Thursday, December 26th. Hope everyone had an awesome Christmas. We're back to trading full session again, and the market just kept going again today, up another 100 plus points. It is just a chase fest out there. Large caps getting chased up incredibly high. Twitter. Look at Twitter, almost hitting next year's target of $75. That stock is up $30 in the last couple of weeks. A remarkable move on that stock. And all the indices have just gone vertical into year end. You can see here we're up 800 points since we got that 15,700 break. If we look at the Dow Transports, we got another new all-time high breakout on the Dow Transports. Big break of that downtrend line. Russell chart looks a little tweaked because of this crazy candle. They have not corrected yet on the charts, but Russell vertical as well. We've got another few days left in year end, and the funds are just willing to chase things into the stratosphere. And a perfect example is SSYS. We talked about this one last week as a breakout play at 122 to 123, and here we are up almost $10 a share, and the chart is consolidating again for another move. This is one of my favorite long-term plays, a break of 134, and we're looking at 150 plus on this one. Look at the move in Twitter over the last 3 weeks. We've gone from $40 to almost $75 today. Remarkable move. We jumped into a new January popper day. It's actually been a pretty active couple of days on January poppers, getting the last of the plays out right now, so it should be pretty active over the next couple of days. LOCM, social media play on the hype that we're seeing in Twitter. This move in Twitter should start to spread over into some of the other plays. I mean, we have seen MEET, the other stocks that's usually associated with it, up 20 cents over the last couple of days. LOCM, classic sell-off in the month of November. It's been consolidating under $1.65 for the last 2-3 weeks. Big breakout zone is that low 170s for a move up to the 190 plus area. And as you can see, this one has rock solid support at $1.55. One of my favorite setups right now is STRI. This is about as classic as it gets when we look for January popper plays. You can see the selling started towards the end of October into November, and the stock has lost 50% of its value, with the sell volume accelerating last week. Over the last 3 or 4 days, we've seen the stock bouncing back and forth within a 10-cent range. I love seeing that, especially after the size of the sell-off that we've seen, because this typically indicates bottoming action in the stock. 20-day exponential is 156. This stock always bounces back to the 20-day exponential. We're looking at 10% plus upside just to get a bounce back to the 20-day exponential. This is a stock that, if I pull up the chart of Ivan, this was Ivan that we jumped into last week down here at 39 and 40 cents, and the stock went up 50, actually what did it end up going up? Almost 75% over the course of 4 days. You can see this stock had a big sell-off from October all the way down, consolidated in the bottom with a big range for 3 or 4 days, and then exploded higher. Now look at STRI, similar situation, down from October, big range back and forth for the last few days. We could easily see this one move back to a full retrace to the 50-day moving average at $1.90 into January. Chart looks awesome. We've got RSI in the basement. We should see a positive MACD cross tomorrow. We've got stochastics breaking up through 20. This is the classic bottom out chart that we look for, and then coupled with small cap mania and January popper moves, this one looks ready to rock and roll into next month. These guys have $62 million in cash. Market cap's $58 million. There's two sectors that have done very, very well over the last couple of years. Shippers and solars. Shippers up massive. Some of the shipper plays that we called last week, NEWL up 70 cents, or 60% move. Free has doubled. ESEA is up 33%. So the shippers have started their move. Solars are going to likely be the next sector, and this is a big play on that. Late day trading alert, RGDX. These guys did a really small financing about 2 weeks ago at $1.20, 4.4 million shares. They do genetic testing for cancer. So if you've got a healthcare plan and they're trying to decide what kind of treatment to offer you, they give you this test and then they go from there. These guys have signed up 6 new healthcare plans since the last earnings report in October. In the October earnings report, or actually got reported in November, they stated that October was their busiest month ever for sales, and they've closed 6 more deals with Blue Cross or Blue Shield. They've picked up a lot of the giants. These guys cover half of the country now, and we can assume with reasonable confidence that if they had a monster October and they've continued to sign new contracts, that November and December were pretty damn good. Downtrend breakout, January popper play. This stock was at $2 back in November. It's lost 50% of its value. 124 is the breakout. Again, we can quickly see a move back to the 50-day moving average here, and that's at 154. That's about a 30%, 40% upside move on this one over the next few days. Chart looks great, and this one should be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. RDNT is another Obamacare play. As you can see, almost an exact same story as RGDX. Sell-off in November, all the way down, consolidating here. Breakout 176, 50-day moving average is at 208. One of the stocks that we've been sitting on, ACST, gave us that big spike. This was actually the first January popper play we did. Next day, it went boom up to 144, came all the way back down, has been consolidating in a really tight range. Almost got that breakout, that secondary breakout today. I would be a buyer on this one, 125 and under dips. Target 161, that is the 50-day moving average, but this chart looks great. I actually hope it dips a little bit more because I don't think I've got enough shares because I think this one's going to go boom in the next couple of weeks. SMSI, what a monster. We jumped into this one last Friday on my research regarding the big chip contract that was coming and also the trend about how this one has monster Decembers and Januaries. We're also about to get a golden cross on the daily chart here. Monster move. Hit first, second target on this one. Book at least half gains. Trail your stops. We still haven't seen that news get released yet, so who knows how high this one can go on that news. Also wanted to point one more thing out in the chart. You know how I've been talking about over the last 7 months how this extreme negative MACD level is a great time for us to buy, especially when we get stochastics and RSI in the basement. Look what this stock has done since that extreme negative MACD. It has gained almost 33%. Just an example of when certain indicators really work, you ride them till they stop working, and buying these extreme negative MACD signals on the chart has been working fantastic. ISR, another sweet January popper setup. You recall when we talked about this one last week, this little flag that we're forming here at the bottom of this bullish falling wedge. We're about to get a 3-4 month high breakout on RSI here at 50. We've seen very heavy volume over the last couple of days within a pretty wide range, 46 to 52 today. There was a lot of chatter on Twitter about that. They sold their shares, it dipped back down. I love the setup here. The last time we saw money flow, that's this little indicator here, CMF, go green. The stock gained 40% in a week. We just saw money flow go positive here. This one's got a lot of upside, small cancer play. Look what Bone has done over the last few days. This stock has gone from 37 to 52, 50% gain in 5 days. And these guys are in need of financing right now, and this stock still went up this big. Looks very, very good for ISR over the next couple of days. STSI got that big pop last week. Little bit of a consolidation over the last 2 days. Down in this area, it is an ad. 50-day moving average, 152, 142, 152 are the targets on this one. Probably a couple of the January popper plays that are still cooking, like UPIP, patent play, still treading water here. Still looks very, very good, but we've got, this is the time of the year where I will go more long than I normally do any other time of the year, because this is the happy time for small caps. And this year we've got an extreme bullish bias in the market, which should have small cap stocks rocking and rolling into the middle of January. So we've got some very, very, very nice setups going into tomorrow. STRI and RGDX, I think we are going to be very happy with these two stocks over the next few days. So that's it for the video tonight, guys. Any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you in the chat room tomorrow. And for you guys who are watching this video for free, chat room is open tomorrow to everyone. So come in, check us out, and see what we're all about. Have a great night. Bye.